Hey guys, Scott Bonovich here at Mortgage Nerds.
And Jake Knuppel.
All right, Jake, what are we going to talk about today? Let's go.
A little bit of refis, right?
Yep. Yeah, I mean, like, we're knee deep into the purchase market, but last year was there was a boom of refinances based on interest rates, and I think initially it was like just
gotta get in, let's do this. Yes.
Yeah, and I think like there was just a lot of hype about it because rates were at like historic lows, and I think some of that hype and a little bit of that momentum slowed down as we saw rates go up a little bit. But like the rates right now are
phenomenal,
like ridiculous.
Yeah,
they're still at almost
they're in the twos,
upper threes, depending on
everyone's situation is a little bit unique. So, and that's really what we do. We look at your unique situation. Mortgages are complex. Get you in the right loan program. Maybe you're in a conventional at high threes, and we can get you down into the high twos, low threes. And it saves you money on month over month.
And what prompted this topic right here is just my conversation with you a couple days ago when you were talking about a refinance, cash out refinance that you're doing, and the amount of debt that they're paying off, that their actual interest rate isn't even really going down. As a matter of fact, it's not even going down by
a whole lot, just because it's a cash out refinance. You get some hits on it, but that's on the back end. But their overall monthly savings was like what, $1,600-$1,700?
Yeah, it was like ridiculous.
So,
and I was like, man, like that person, that individual, had no idea that the sitting equity that they currently have in their house, until they sat down, went over it with you, and then you looked at it and said, well, geez, let's look at this, pay these things off, and their payment, like
virtually. It's actually went down from what their current payment is, and now they're paying, saving $1,600-$1,700. So it really puts them in a better financial situation, and that's really what we can look at. With the market being what it is right now, home values have definitely gone up, right? Just because purchase prices have been skyrocketed, the market's tough, but that also creates equity for those of you that want to pull cash out and maybe pay off some debt, or maybe do that home remodeling that you want to do the bathroom on, or whatever it may be. We could really put you in a better financial situation. Yeah.
And some people look at it and they're like, they're all, they're heck bent out of paying off their current mortgage. But the reality is your mortgage is an asset. It's probably your only asset. So when we look at a credit report, typically we're looking at, we see credit cards on there, we see boat loans, vehicle loans, we see student loans. Did I name anything that was an asset? Not one thing on there that I named as an asset. They're all liabilities. Now, and in many cases, depreciating liabilities. So vehicles and those sort of things. So the reality is, and we preach about it all the time, it's leveraging the equity in your home to create wealth. And in this case, it's actually, whether it's not necessarily creating wealth, you're actually, in essence, you're freeing up the amount of money that flows in and out of your household by paying off some of that negative debt.
On a month-to-month basis.
And tying it into your mortgage at a near historic, fixed rate, low interest rate. And you get some tax deductions, and I'm not going to go into that. But if you're going to have debt, it's the only thing that I would say usually is good debt.
Yeah, but and let's take a look at that. If you take, say you do a cash out refinance where you pull some equity out, pay off debt, your payment roughly stays the same. Let's say, well, now you just freed up $500 to $1,000 in some cases. Not everybody's going to make that much money or free up that much money on a month over month. But now you can decide, how do I want to build wealth? How do I want to use this money to my advantage to create the long term of wealth in general? You can talk to a CPA, you can talk to financial advisor, and they can help create that long term wise.
Yeah,
right?
If it's for you or for your family or for saving for your kids' education, whatever it may be, let us help you kind of walk through that whole steps. We look at things a little bit differently, and I think mortgage minds allow for us to take a look at something and think a little bit outside of the box. So a lot of times when we're talking to our clients and bringing situations like this, hey, did you consider paying this off or doing a cash out? Sometimes it's that light bulb moment that they have, and they're like, well, I didn't even know that was an option. And, if it's not for you, at least we've educated you on that as an option. And
sometimes it's not right for everybody. No. It's just not, maybe timing's not right or the situation's not right, and you're like, nope, just don't want to do it. But at least you're educated about it.
And when you say sometimes it's not right, but man, it is absolutely 100% right to have a conversation, because for us to be able to go through it, every every individual that we deal with, every credit report's different, for us to go through it line by line and figure it all out and say, this is what we suggest. Now, again, many times it's just something that they never thought of on their own, but knowing that it's available will help them make a very informed and educated decision.
Yep, absolutely. Don't forget, guys, mortgages are complex.
Let mortgage nerds give you the answers you need.